Oh dear. It looks like this little slime is all alone in the dungeon. Let's see if we can make him some friends, shall we? I'll be using this character generator that I recently published over on my Patreon. It's based on the roll tables I made for the solo journaling / choose your own adventure dungeon crawling game I've been working on. All you need is a handful of 6-sided dice, and you can come up with some pretty inspiring combinations. Let's roll! My first randomly generated character was an excitable Minotaur pirate who accidentally killed someone. The first detail I knew I had to include when I saw the pirate and Minotaur combination was a classic pirate hook hand, but made out of the broken off tip of one of their horns. I thought that their excitable nature, coupled with the involuntary manslaughter, would give them a bit of a manic look. I didn't go overboard, pun intended, with the pirate theme for their outfit, as I didn't want to lose the distinct Minotaur silhouette. So no long coat or tricorn feathered hat. I did give them a peg leg, earring, and a covered up eye, so hopefully it still says pirate. One of my absolute favourite parts of any role-playing game, be it tabletop or virtual, has always been character creation. Like many other RPG fans out there, I assume, I have stacks of characters or character concepts that have never even been played. I enjoy mixing and matching the various facets of character creation provided by a game to see how unique, silly, or weird I can get. Character creation has been a big part of almost every RPG I have written so far, so naturally I wanted my new game to have it as a central feature as well. Indeed, despite the fact that it is a 1 to 2 player journaling game, there's probably more character creation going on than in any game I have previously designed. This is mainly because the player takes on the role of a defenseless little creature, but also that of each of the adventuring companions they recruit as they traverse the dungeon. You start the game off with one, but will encounter more as you travel, giving you plenty of opportunities to roll a bunch of dice and randomly generate new characters, should you decide to add them to your party. So here is our slime's first companion. I love drawing Minotaurs, they are one of my favourite fantasy creatures, and I love pirates, so this was a fun prompt to start with. I decided to name this fellow Hornhook Bellowbrine. My second randomly generated character was a belligerent lizardfolk gladiator rumoured to have killed a god. Our slime seems to be recruiting some pretty violent types. With this combination of roles, I knew that the character needed to look very threatening, so must-have details were a snarling expression, some gnarly battle scars, and lots of spikes. By the way, if you're wondering about those scabs on my knuckles, I've been working part-time as a post-delivery person for almost a year now, and let's just say it can be more dangerous than you think. As you can see, I added a slightly ragged fin to the character's head, as I wanted it to have a more striking shape, but did not want to cover up their face with a helmet. I have now done 3 playtests of the game so far, once with my partner and twice by myself. I have learned something from each test, and I feel like the gaming experience keeps improving. I have written up summaries of these sessions, along with some more detailed design notes in my newsletter, which you can subscribe to by joining my Patreon as a free member. The game is in large part inspired by Tim Hutchings' 1000-Year-Old Vampire, and consists of a lot of open-ended narrative prompts. Being able to quickly generate a wide range of characters, each with different personality traits, class features and backgrounds, really helps make each playthrough unique. The same prompt with one group of companions could play out in a drastically different way with another group. I also feel that the randomized aspect of each character synergizes well with the game's Pokemon-style theme of recruiting companions and putting together a team. In each of my playtest sessions, whenever I've landed on a prompt that includes an encounter with a potential new recruit, it's been really exciting to roll the dice and see who they are. What are their skills? What's their backstory? Will they get on with my other companions? It reminds me of how it felt taking a step into a field of tall grass or a cave and waiting for my Game Boy screen to flash and spiral, and that iconic battle music to start playing. Was I about to make a new lifelong friend? Or find another bloody Zubat? Here is the finished portrait of companion number 2. Did they actually kill a god? Or was that just a promotional tactic for their bouts in the arena? Whatever the case, that didn't stop them from calling themselves Achaidh, the God Killer. My third and final character was a vain vampire cleric with a criminal past. Like with the pirate Minotaur, this prompt immediately sparked my inspiration. I knew a wanted poster works well as visual shorthand for a character being some sort of criminal, and I felt having the vampire showing the poster off and pointing at it would mesh wonderfully with their vain personality. As for their outfit, while it may be a little cliché, I decided to give their partial plate armor a bat theme. Working on this game, which as a primarily solo RPG is uncharted territory for me, has been a joy, but also slow going. Real life outside of my comfortable creative bubble has been increasingly stressful and draining, leaving me with less and less brain and body energy every day to put into continuing work on this project. I know I shouldn't, but I can't help but feel a twinge of envy whenever I see my peers come out with game after game, project after project, at a pace that feels breakneck, even if it isn't at all. It's all a matter of perspective, and when it comes to my own, quote, productivity, my perception has always been a little blinkered. Bad brain thoughts aside, designing and testing this game continues to be fun, so I must be doing something right, even if slightly more slowly than I am used to. For this character's colour scheme, I wanted to go against my instinct to use something monochrome and gloomy, and instead make them more vibrant. The blue skin, purple hair and crimson armour hopefully make them look like a Saturday morning cartoon villain, or a clumsily painted miniature from a board game like Hero Quest or Talisman. I also like how I didn't lean too far into the priestly angle that usually accompanies cleric designs. Originally, I had thought to give them a very bland nun outfit and a staff, which I suppose would have been a pretty fun juxtaposition with their undead nature. But I thankfully decided against that and went with the over-the-top vampire warrior look, complete with superfluous spiky chain and a big honking sword. And there we have our third companion in all their vampiric glory. Our little slime should consider it an honor to be accompanied by the most beautiful and powerful of all Nosferatu, Lady Sanguifuga.
Well, it looks like our slimy little friend is finally ready to venture into the dread dungeon, now that they are accompanied by a vampire cleric, a minotaur pirate, and a lizard folk gladiator. They certainly seem happy with their new adventuring party. Good luck, little slime!
Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like my work and are interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing to this channel and becoming a free or paying member of my Patreon to receive my newsletter, the Penflower Post. Links to my website, itch.io store, and Patreon are all in the description below. Until next time, farewell.